If you're over Christmas crafting but not yet ready for spring ideas, then we think you'll love this beautiful winter upcycling project. Hello and Happy New Year! I'm Jane from Sustain My Craft Habit and hope your holidays were amazing. I picked up this metal tray at the Value Village a couple of months ago, and then I had also ordered this beautiful decoupage paper. It has a winter scene with a stag on there that just fit perfectly into the tray. I started by painting the entire middle part or the flat part of the tray with a white chalky paint. I find that this chalky paint, it's from DecoArt, really helps to make things stick to my shiny surfaces such as metal, and then later I can work on top of that. Also, we want a nice bright crisp under base coat when we're doing a decoupage project over top. So this paint really does a good job of that. You could use a white acrylic paint as well, although sometimes a cheaper acrylic paint might peel off of your metal or glass surface, whereas the chalk paint does a foolproof job. After painting and drying that coat of white, I added on a layer of Mod Podge, and we're going to do the iron-on decoupage method for this, which is really simple and perfect when you're working with a flat surface. So we'll just spread that generous coat of Mod Podge evenly over the whole surface and then let that dry completely. You can let it air dry, or I like to use my heat tool just to help speed up the process. Now we'll simply position our decoupage paper on top of that dried Mod Podge and press it in place. And the nice thing about this is that you can still lift it up and reposition it if you need to, if you're not happy with where it is. Or if you got any wrinkles underneath or air pockets, you can again just lift up that tissue and then smooth it out. I used my scissors to trim around the corners so that it fits into the curve of the tray, and then placed a bit of parchment paper on top and used my mini heat iron to press the decoupage paper into the Mod Podge. This fuses the two together. The piece of parchment paper is really important so that your iron doesn't stick to the decoupage paper. For some reason, the parchment paper is non-stick, and it does a really good job of providing that protective sheet between your decoupage paper and the heat of the iron. And look how beautiful that is. It's so smooth, wrinkle-free. It looks like a photograph or painting that you put directly onto the surface. I just added a bit more Mod Podge into those corner pieces that's hard to get to with the iron, and then press that down. Now at this point you could add a sealer on top of this. You can use that Mod Podge, but I prefer to use DuraClear. It just provides a much smoother finish. But because this is just a decorative item, I actually don't worry about sealing it in too much. If I was going to be using it as an actual tray, then I would definitely want to put a sealer coat on there. Now you can see that the design, that decoupage paper didn't reach all the way to the outer borders of my curved tray. So I matched up the paint by mixing together a bit of white and black to create an approximate correct shade of gray, and kind of blended that in there. I used it to dab away the straight edge of the paper so that it wouldn't look like such a noticeable, and I just repeated that around all four sides of the tray until it looked like a seamless picture in there. Did you know that only a small percent of people who watch our videos are subscribed to our channel? So if you end up liking this craft, be sure to subscribe so we can stay in touch. I'm a sucker for lights and twinkle lights and candles, especially in the winter when the days are short and there isn't a lot of sunshine. So I glued in a strand of twinkle lights all around my sign so that they'd almost look like little stars in the night. I decided at this point that our piece needed a little more sparkle, so I brushed on some Mod Podge and then sprinkled diamond dust all over the bottom part of the photo or the image where there would have been snow. After tapping off that extra diamond dust, I added some dark faux boxwood stems that I picked up at Dollar Tree this season, as well as a small burlap bow. And there's our handsome stag on a decoupaged tray. I just think this turned out so great. I hope you enjoyed seeing the iron-on decoupage method and how easy it is to turn thrifted platters into beautiful works of art. We think you'll love these other winter upcycling ideas, and be sure to like and subscribe for more nature-inspired DIY ideas. Happy crafting!